It's halfway through the year and you realize you've forgotten all about the big goals that you set for yourself on New Year's Eve. You haven't started that business, reached the fitness goals, learned the new languages, went new places, and you didn't focus on bettering yourself. Instead, you found yourself mindlessly scrolling, comparing yourself to others, and repeatedly falling off track. And I'm here to tell you that it's completely okay. We are humans, not robots. We are not going to follow a set schedule that we set for ourselves 6 months prior. Things happen, unexpected events happen, experiences happen that we could never even imagine. There is not one person on this earth who has completed every single goal and followed every single step that they imagined themselves prior to the year. It is impossible for everything to go completely your way. So before you start feeling bad about not doing everything that you plan to do, take a step back and realize how much you've actually accomplished this year. Maybe it's not the things that were on your vision board, maybe it's not the goals that you had written down previously, but you've done a lot. Even just surviving this year and getting this far and clicking on this video is proof enough that you are on the right track. If you clicked on this video, that proves that you are still dedicated to achieving those goals. If you let everything go just the way that it's meant to be, you will be surprised and so proud of yourself once you reach those end goals. Your path is unfolding perfectly. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Safia if you're new here. In today's video, I'm going to guide you so that you can level up in 2024 and use these last 6 months to the fullest. So without further ado, let's get straight into the video. Number 1 is to reassess your goals. Maybe the goals that you set out at the beginning of the year are not the same goals that you are trying to work towards. If we just have this really vague idea of what we want, then we're not going to be able to focus in on achieving our goals. So in order to have a really clear idea of what you're trying to work towards, we need to make sure that our goals are updated and relevant. And that doesn't necessarily mean that you need to change your goals specifically and like totally erase all of the goals that you started at the beginning of the year just because you didn't accomplish it. No, even if you don't think realistically you can accomplish all of the goals in a 6-month time frame, you can still get so much closer to achieving those goals than if you just give up on it completely. For example, some of the goals that are on my vision board, I am not very close to accomplishing, but they're still on there, and I feel like that if I work hard enough, I can get closer to these goals so that even if I do have to take some of these pictures and put it in my vision board for 2025, at least I am getting so much closer and working towards that goal. For example, on my vision board, I do have reaching 100K on YouTube. If you look at my subscriber count, I am not near that number. I am at 500 currently. But am I going to look at this and rip it off my board and say that it's impossible to accomplish? If it's still 2024, then I'm just going to forget about this goal and not actually try to accomplish it. Of course not. I'm going to work as hard as I can to try to get as close to this goal. And who knows? I'm not going to totally count myself out. Maybe I can reach 100K in 6 months. I'm not going to say that's entirely impossible. Just realized I was holding it upside down the entire time. But a few of these things that are on this board, I actually did accomplish. I have a full ride scholarship to any school I want. I accomplished that, and I literally did go to Arizona for a summer institute to learn more about the scholarship and some of the resources that the scholarship is offering. Down here, I have a little picture of these pink suitcases. And guess what? My grandmother, my nana, she gifted me a little carry-on suitcase, and it is my favorite color right now, pink. And I got to travel to Arizona, go on my first flight ever, which is also right here. I got to take a really similar picture to this picture out the window, but there's nothing stopping you from updating this to fit more into who you are now. You've grown in 6 months, and that's a good thing. You should be proud of yourself for growing so much in 6 months so that your goals are changing, so that you are developing, so that you are evolving. So don't feel bad if you're switching up your goals, you're writing down new goals, but I do want you to make sure you focus in and you're very clear on what your new goals are. And that goes on to my second tip, which is to make a vision board or kind of relocate it in your house. When you lose sight of what you're working towards, that's when your goals don't get accomplished. When you're not actually clear of what you're trying to do, that's when you realize 6 months in that you haven't accomplished the goals that you actually set out for yourself because you forgot all about it. But when you have a vision board, or you can even print out a cute list of everything you do, if you like to bullet journal or you just like to make like cute journal pages, then definitely do that as well. But really, out of sight, out of mind does apply to this. If you have it in your direct line of vision, if you're always looking at it, then you're always thinking about it. And even if you're not consciously thinking about it, at least subconsciously it's in your mind. So you're more likely to try to work towards your goals on a day-to-day basis. Number 3 is to write a time plan for your goals. And like I said before, this may not work perfectly. We may not do every single thing exactly on our time schedule, because life happens, unexpected things happen, and maybe you work faster, maybe you work a little bit slower. We're trying to work on our own pace and not rush ourselves. So it may not work exactly towards your time schedule, but at least having a plan will keep you a little bit more accountable, so that if you kind of start falling off track, then you can refocus and realign your goals so that you're working more diligently towards your goals. For example, if you have some fitness goals that you want to achieve, then you can put a specific plan of what you want to do for the last 6 months of the year. Maybe you have a few things that you want to focus on. Maybe 1 month or 1 week or 1 day of the week is your Pilates day. 1 day is your weightlifting day for lower body. 1 is upper body. Or maybe you're like really into and you have like your push days, your pull days. I don't know why I did the opposite movement, but you have your push and pull days. Working out every day really does make you feel a lot better. So if you're not working out, I challenge you for the last 6 months of the year to try to start a workout schedule, a workout routine. Number 4 is to highlight your most important goals. And not only that, but highlight the exact ways you plan to accomplish it. For example, for me, I know one of my goals is associated with my business and then my YouTube channel. So those are like my 2 most important goals right now. I've accomplished a lot of the other goals, like graduating with all A's, getting my full ride scholarship to college, getting into the college that I wanted to, getting to travel. So my focus right now is on my YouTube channel and my business. So I'm trying to post more consistently shorts, YouTube videos, and I'm trying to work towards my business. I have a few goals, a few projects coming up, so hopefully we can get those out and ready. And especially since I'm going to college in literally like a month, I need to really focus on it right now, because I know once I start college it's going to be a little bit more hectic, a little bit more crazy. I'm not going to be used to it. So right now, while it's summer, while I still have a little bit of time, even though I do have work and other like family responsibilities, I want to make sure that that's my focus. Number 5 is to have an accountability partner. So one of my accountability partners is definitely my mom. I tell her a lot about my goals, and even just telling her, even if she doesn't really hold me accountable, just telling her makes me like want to like prove that I'm actually working towards it, you know? And to be able to like show her how I'm working towards it, how I'm progressing in my goals is like really amazing. I like to tell my friends like how what I'm trying to work towards, they can help me out with my goals, and then they can hold me accountable, ask me like, how's that going? So that if I'm slacking off a little bit, I'm like, okay, yeah, you're right. I do need to kind of redirect my attention a little bit and to start focusing on what I want to focus on. And if you don't have a specific accountability partner, then of course, that's what our community here is for. So put down 1 to 3 of your goals down into the comments below, and we will hold you accountable. We will get you excited about achieving those goals. And that's how we build a really close community of actually dedicated girlies trying to work towards our goal. I love you guys so much. I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your week. Mwah.